Hello guys, so once again welcome back to Chili and today I'm going to show you how to make a pure CSS switch. As you can see on the screen that I have created a switch, and when I click on the switch, it the color of the inner circle turns to green color, and it looks like a switch. Okay, and when I click again on it, the original color will be back. Okay, so I will show you how to make this animation in HTML and CSS. Here I'm not going to use any kind of JavaScript. Okay, so first of all I'm going to open a div and giving it the ID of switch, and I'm going to close it, and inside the div tag I'm going to open an input tag and giving it the type of checkbox because we have to check it, and then I'm opening a label tag and closing it right here, and then opening the paragraph tag, closing it, and writing the text. Click on the arrow switch. Okay, so I'm going to save it, and now opening in the browser. Okay, so you can see this, there is a checkbox, and now we have to write the code for the main CSS file. And so I'm going to write for the body tag and giving the background of black, and then for paragraph tag giving the font size of 20 pixels, and then the font weight to bolder, and font family to cursive, then the color of the text to X color, and give the weight of 300 pixels, and also give the height of 10 pixels for the text, and give the text transform to uppercase. Here we don't need to do it, and position to absolute, and setting the position to top from 130 pixels and from the left to minus 120 pixels. Okay, now for the switch ID and the input inside the switch. First of all, I should write the code for the switch input. So I'm writing this, and then giving the margin left to 600 pixels, and margin top to 300 pixels to center it down, and then giving the width of 100 pixels and height of 100 pixels, and giving the position to relative. Now for the switch and for the input inside the switch tag, giving the position to absolute, and setting the weight to 100%, and height or to also 100%, sorry, and setting the z index here to 100, and giving the opacity value to 0 because we don't want the checkbox to be visible. Okay, and cursor to be pointer. Okay, so when I hover over the input text, it becomes pointer. Here you cannot see it because what you can see is the cursor. Okay, so now what we have to do is, you can see there's the cursor. Okay, so now I'm going to target the label which is inside the ID of switch, and displaying, sorry, I want to display them as a block for some animation purposes, and setting the width to 100%, and also setting the height to 100%. there is a colon, and here is also semicolon. And then setting the position to relative and border radius to 100%. Okay, and now I'm giving the background, that is X color EA, and giving the box shadow for some effects for the box, and giving the color RGBA of 000 and opacity value of 0.25. It is also called alpha value. And then inset, this will create the box shadow inside of the box, so we can use inset and to 0 pixels, RGBA 255 255 255 and alpha value of 0.3. And then one more inset, 0 pixels, minus 5 pixels, 5 pixels, and of RGBA of 100 100 100 and 0.1 opacity. And for the last inset, 0 pixels from horizontal, 5 pixels from vertical, and 5 pixel blur, and of color RGBA of 255 255 255 is the comma 255 and 0.3. Okay, and last one, there is a semicolon. And then now I'm going to target the label and after pseudo element. This will be for the small circle which is inside the big circle, and setting the content to none, position to absolute, and setting the z index value to -1 because we don't want it to be visible first of all, and top to -8%, bottom to -8% to be in middle of our main circle. We are setting all these values, and last one left is my right, it is also -8%. Then the border radius to inherit, then the background to the X color of BBB, and last one I'm going to give the box shadow to inset 0 2 pixels 1 pixels and of RGBA of 000 and 0.15 alpha value, or you can give it opacity, and then 0 pixels 2 pixels 5 pixels from vertical, and RGBA, that is stand for red green blue, and alpha value 200 200 200 and opacity or alpha value to 0.1. And okay, so now I'm going to save it and opening the browser and refreshing it, you can see it. Okay, so now we have do some interesting, so I will write before here and setting the content to blank, position to absolute, and giving the width of 20%, and also giving the height of 20%, then the left to 40 pixels 40%, and top to 40%, and giving the border radius to inherit, and the background to be X color of 969696. It is for the small circle, and if you don't want to use the above, then you can also use this radial gradient, If you don't know about the gradients, then you can Google it. It's very effective to use, and it creates more effective animations. Okay, and it is 60 percentage. Okay, now some box shadow. Insert 0 pixels, 2 pixels from vertical, 4 pixels blur, 0241 and 1 pixel spreaded, RGBA 0000 and 0.3, and then one more is 0 pixel, 1 pixel from vertical, 0 pixel blur, and of RGBA of 255, 255, 255, and opacity of 1. It is a white color. Then one more inset of 0 pixel, 1 pixel, 0 pixels, and of X color FFF. So now I'm going to save it and opening in the browser and refreshing it. You can see this, and when I click on this, nothing happens because we have not write any code for it. So now we have to write the code, and now for the switch, and it's the input which is inside the switch, and when it is checked, we want to change the label. So we have written the sign of tilt and changing the background to FD. Okay, so now we are writing for other and switch and input, the input which is inside the switch, and when it switch is checked, then the label before, and we are cleaning the background of radial gradient of 40%, 40%, and of X color 5A, EF 5A, and other for 25, D025, and 60%. And giving the box shadow to insert 0 pixels, 35 pixels from vertical, 1 pixel blur, and RGBA of 000 and zero point 0.1, 0 pixel, 1 pixel, 0 pixel of blur, and RGBA of 255, 255, 255, and opacity value is 0.4. And then one more 0 pixels from horizontal, 0 pixels from vertical, 10 pixels blur effect, 2 pixels spreaded, and RGBA of 0 to 100, 0, and opacity of 0.5. And there is a semicolon. This is for the small circle. And then now the last one, input, and when this is checked, we want to change the label after. Okay, so background to CCC, and okay, so I'm going to save it and opening in the browser and refreshing it. So when I click on this, the color is changing, but it's not as expected. So I think something is missing here, and we have to check for it. So what is missing here? Background color is okay. Keep the background here of X color 25D025. Okay, saving it and opening it. And okay, you can see this. When I click on the switch, the color is changing, the outer border color is also changing, and the inside border color is also changing. Okay, and when I click on it again, the color is changing alternatively. Okay, and now we have to set to 100 pixels, and no, it's 80 pixels. Okay, now it's perfect. It's below the switch. Now when I click on this, the color is going to be green. And when I click on it again, the color is gray. Okay, so that's it for this video, and if you guys really enjoyed this video, then please hit the like, share and subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the very next video. So thank you guys for watching this video.